everyone. Welcome to another awesome day of FileMaker training. I'm here with Christian Schmitz. Margaret will be here momentarily. I am actually going to excuse myself from the conversation today. I'm actually on the other side of the wall working on the starting point light, adding a couple things that you've seen in the live streams. That way it's in the product by default. So when someone says I need it to create a PDF on the server or something, it's built in already. However, and I want to put some more Christian Schmitz MonkeyBread. I want some MonkeyBread spread in starting point. So our free FileMaker CRM. Now, Christian's an awesome guy. He's doing great things with the product, and I want to incorporate more of his stuff in on our free CRM. That way more people know about it, and I want him to be rich and famous and driving a Lamborghini, because if he does that, then he will keep making great products for us. And if he makes great products for us, then we will be horrifically successful. I believe that to be the case. And so I believe in everyone that there's a phrase people say, well, Richard, you might be helping your competitors. My competitors have taken starting point and given it to their customers, then used it themselves. I'm like, okay. Well, they say a rising tide lifts all boats. So if I help the FileMaker platform tide rise, then all the boats lift higher. So if I help Christian Schmitz theoretically will be higher. He'll do more awesome stuff, then we'll have greater tools, and our projects will be successful. It's a big fit, a big win. So yeah, so let's get today's topic. So one is that I'm trying to put more bread spread in starting point. And then Christian Schmitz is here telling us about, now, if you don't have MonkeyBread software right now, let me just do this real quick. We should put a button over here that just goes to his website. MonkeyBread software, come over here. Check out the FileMaker plugin. Check out the buy now. We highly recommend it. For those of you watching the recording, he's here on his own accord. He was not paid a stack of cash to show up because he believes in the community. He knows that you folks highly value what he does, right, Margaret? Do you highly value what he does?
Yeah.
In fact, there's a Latin fan club there. Code to go is there. Welcome. All right, so I'm going to tell you to purchase the product. If you don't, you can use it for free. Some features are free in there. However, you're going to go to bed at night feeling guilty that you're not helping him. And I just want all you to know that I want him to keep coming back and doing great stuff for us, right? Because every time someone says, FileMaker can't do that, and people like this, there was that song that people had, FileMaker can do that, right? Kind of an embarrassing song. But it can do that thanks to MonkeyBread, just to be totally clear, right? So, all right, I'm going to quit sharing my screen. That's your non-paid for promotional commercial. Stop sharing, and I'm going to transfer command to Christian Schmitz, who's talking today about scanning X-ray scanners at airports where it's a full body scan. It sees through your clothes in MonkeyBread, and then it tells you whether, right? Isn't that the kind of scanning we're doing today?
No, we are talking about flatbed scanner. So waiting. So let's start and share screen. So today we want to talk about flatbed scanning. So you have a scanner. What kind of scanner could you have? Maybe a scanner. Oh, well, on the block, let's see. Scanner, I think we had something. Scanner dialogs, okay. Scanning options, yeah. So if you have a printer like this with a scanner on top, you may use it in FileMaker directly with a plugin, or you just use whatever scanning software is coming, and then you have to import the files, but you can't control whether it does black and white or the backside of the papers. So we have three ways to do it. We have the old train interface. This thing is basically dead. There are some people who have expensive scanners and still want to use it. Yeah, so we keep the function in the plugin. Then we have image capture as an API for Apple to scan, and we have the Windows image acquisition API for Microsoft for Windows. So let's take a look on the documentation. So image capture for Mac with a flatbed scanner or one with a document feeder. So most scanner, well, my printers, for example, have both. So you actually have two scanner devices. One is a flatbed and one is a document feeder, and you have to switch which one you like to use. Then on the APIs, we have always two versions for Mac and for Windows. And we also have two ways to use a scanner. The one is with a dialog box, and the other one is directly. So we have here a lot of functions for talking to the device panel and the browser panel. So device browser panel is, well, to browse for devices. So you are looking manually what printers, what scanners are available and pick one. And the scanner device panel is to actually control the scanner. And so we have a ton of options here you can set in scripts. So the user can make choices, but you can also make choices, and the user wins. And then we have all the other functions here to do things without the user. Like you can initialize it, you can open a device, then you can request things like you can request a scan, an overview scan, or here request to select the functional unit, so you can switch between the flatbed and the feeder. You can set features and parameters, like you will do that a lot, like here, pick what do you want to scan? A JPEG file, a PDF file, TIFF file, PNG? Where do you want them to go? What resolution would you like to have? Do you want duplex? Do you want a scale factor? Do you want a certain color space, scan orientation? Like if you know your people always put them upside down, you can ask it to auto-rotate for you, to rotate it back. Or just how about switching orientation between odd and even pages? Yeah. So those are the options for Mac. And then we have also here options for Windows. So the Windows functions are similar. We have dialogs. We have here the select device dialog, which you can just run to pick a device. And then there is an image dialog, which allows you to ask Windows to scan for you and then put all the images in a folder, which you specify. And then you can use plugin functions to go through the folder and read all the image files, like this example code, which is probably copied from a script. So don't copy the text here. Go and find the script, the example file, and copy it there. So you would ask the user to scan, and then you would ask how many pictures did we get, or did the user maybe press the cancel button, and then you can loop and read in all the images into FileMaker. Yeah,
Really cool. So if you were scanning like a multi-page thing and you wanted like each page to be a different container record for some reason, could you do that?
Yeah. This example here makes a new record for each image and then puts in the image and the file name and commits the record.
Which is extremely smooth. That's really cool.
Depends on what you want to do. Some people use OCR functions to do OCR after that with the images, or use PDF functions in the plugin to make a PDF file, maybe even put it together and make a PDF file with the image as a background and then the text on top, so a user can select the text. So no, let's do some live demonstration. You know, live, that's when it's not working.
Fingers crossed.
So image. So
quick question from someone in the can it work with a network scanner?
Yes, of course, because my scanners are all in the network. I don't have them attached to the computer for years now. So let's see, dialogs. Dialogs one is maybe easier. So the select device panel, it will show you devices locally on the top and then shared devices here on the bottom. We have two printers which also do scanning, and we can just select one. Select one. And then there's a scanning panel, which looks like this in the normal simple view. And then there is show details, which shows you, well, details. So let's see, overview scan. I think I put something in. Yeah. So there's a picture. So now you can pick here manually. I mean, you can just have a button on your layout to show this dialog for someone to scan something and put it in a container. Like I think we did when we had the starting point solution and just added buttons to get pictures into the container. So you can define what to scan, and usually you would make a rectangle here to say what you want. Then you say JPEG and you say scan, and it's scanning, and let's see what happens. Oh, we got a picture on the desktop. And also the pictures in the record already on the background. So I can scan again and just so you see the difference. Let's make a second scan just for this. So in the background, you see the record. And I just click scan again. And so I just got the scan here.
That's
I can
cool.
close the dialog. So how does it work? So we have a script for the select scanner dialog. And you see this is for picking a scanner. I customize everything. You don't need to customize things. Usually you can just let it show whatever is the default. But I want to make sure we get English buttons, even if I have a German operation system, you know. So I set custom button labels, custom window title. I tell it to show local scanners and cameras. Yeah, you can also connect to digital cameras with the image capture functions. Like
Cool, like a camera.
DSLR.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, sure. So that was, you saw maybe in the documentation, we had functions to take a picture and to tether a camera. So this also works. So so we show here everything, local and network, scanners and cameras. We set show as table. Let's see what's the other option. The other option is icon. So you can just show them as icons. Let's do that. You know, yeah. Well, doesn't look much different. Maybe in an older one, Apple did it differently. So please choose scanner. That's our prompt, so the user knows what to do. And then we pick here set trigger, which file, which script to run. So this script is run whenever the user made a choice, because with calling the show command, the script ends. Then the dialog is visible and the user can do whatever they like. They can close the dialog, they can scan, and they can pick a scanner. And then when the scanner is selected, we get, which one was it? Select scanner dialog trigger, this one. So we take the parameter, and the parameter is what the user did, either cancel or select, and we ask for the name of the selected device and store it in a field. This could be your settings table in your solution where you remember the last used scanner for this user. So
We have a quick question, which I'm going to ask.
yes, please.
Sorry, there was doors being opened by me. Is there a limit to the amount of printers/scanners that you can have attached? And can you have multiple scans happening at the same time?
So I don't think there's a limit on the number of scanners, because I've seen this dialog being really full for some customers. So like if your office has 20 scanners connected to 20 computers, it can get full here. And some clients use a database table to actually store which scanner is located near to which, near to which desk. So they can maybe just pick the right scanner depending on which seat in the office you have. So
Got it.
the other question was parallel. So if you're scanning with the user interface, you have only one dialog.
Mhm.
But if you're scanning in the script, you would have several scan sessions parallel if you want.
Got it. Okay, that makes
It
sense.
may be a nightmare to code in FileMaker because you would need a lot of variables to know, remember the state where you are. But otherwise, sure, why not?
But it is doable. Another question. What is the oldest version of FileMaker that this will run on?
This is the Mac version, so 14. You can get an older plugin for older Mac, like on Mac 8.5. On Windows, it's 7, I think.
There you go.
So this can run on, well, our plugin supports older FileMaker version because it nearly costs us nothing. It's, and not every customer is on the latest version. I mean, Claris will be happy they pay the license, but they don't use the latest version
Yeah.
because some companies take a while to evaluate whether the new version is actually better. Or...
Yeah. Someone says they are on server 18, so they're wondering if this would work with server 18 specifically.
Yeah, scanning doesn't work server side. But on the client, on the FileMaker Pro 18, this should work fine.
There you go.
Because this function have been added in version 6.5. That's a few years ago. We are now at 14, so
Yeah.
the function have been there for some time. So the device scanner panel here, we give it a title, document name. This is a template for how the files are named. It's just scan here, scan 1, scan 2. Download directory, we pick user desktop here. You may just use a temporary folder and just let all the scans go there, then delete them later. You can pick a scanner device name here and tell which scanner to use. And again, you set a trigger because you show this and the script ends. And the panel stays open while the script is ending. So scanner dialog trigger is this one. We get a parameter with a native file path for the scan, and just we use a plugin function here to read it. Doesn't need to be. And then we make a new record with an image file in the field. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So there's a little bit error checking here. Yeah, we should have a path. So yeah, and this shouldn't be an error. Yeah, but things that this is just some error checking for having error checking. It should never happen.
Yeah.
If
you're good,
but just in case someone just runs the script by accident here. If I just run it by accident, the path is empty. So script just does nothing. So this is scanning by dialog, which is the easier part for most people. And then they are scanning by script. So the first thing you would want to do is to initialize. So there's a function to initialize, and that's because the plugin has thousands of functions. Well, they're not doing anything unless you ask the plugin to do. So we don't start the whole image capture part of the plugin before you don't ask for it. So initialize should run very early in the solution because it starts scanning for network scanners. So you may want to run this maybe for a second before you actually list which scanners are there. I can just run it. So you see here we have 2 scanners, and we even get here some symbolic pictures from the scanner driver, and you see connection. There's a location, office, laser printer, and TCP IP, and then I have an Epson printer, which gets generic icon. Epson doesn't have money for, picture, and the driver. So we can use script steps here to ask the plugin for details on the scanner, like is it a remote scanner, is it a shared scanner, what's the transport? So you can ask for all the things. You can automatically go through the list on start of your solution and maybe pick the printer by its serial number or whatever. So, or by its persistent ID. So you can actually identify it with a persistent ID, which should stay the same even if the user renames the scanner,
Wait, so wait, is the persistent ID the scanner's persistent ID or one that you assign to it via
No,
file?
no, this is from the scanner driver. So this is basically the ID assigned on installation
Got it.
because the user can rename the scanner
Got it. Okay.
or the printer. So next thing, use device. So yeah, open device. So you would open the device in a script, just pass the plugin the device identifier, can be the UID, the name, or oh, I think there's a typo. Persistent ID string. And you must open a session on the device before using it. There's a timeout if the device doesn't answer because it's a network device. It could maybe not answer.
So wait, do you have to already like? What do you mean by I have to open the device? Like,
So before you can talk to the scanner, you have to open a connection.
Oh, got it.
That's what this thing is. It's actually starting a network connection to the scanner to talk to it over some protocol, whatever the driver is using. And then we ask, we make a short pause. So, and we ask for what's available. And then it may be flatbed, it may be what's the other one? Feeder. So you can decide to pick one if you like we pick the flatbed one. And then you can also ask for features and you get some details on the device. You can decide in your script what to do depending on what the scanner can. Like here, for example, we look for supported document types, supported scale factors, bit depths, measurement types. Can I see the list? So open device. Oh yeah, here. So we see supported resolutions is a lot of numbers.
That's a lot of options.
Okay, this scanner can't do this high of resolution, so probably it can just interpolate to whatever you like. It can do a couple of paper formats, like here US letter. Scale factors, bit depth is 108, so 1 is grayscale, or no, black and white, and 8 is color or grayscale. And then it can do measurement units in inches, centimeters, or pixels. Okay. So you can ask that in code, and then you can set parameters here. For example, you can say, I want US letter, I want to name it scan, resolution 300 dpi, 8-bit color, so RGB, JPEG, yeah. Just make a color picture. Download directly goes to the temp folder. This is a special thing I added, so I don't have to query the temp folder first. I can set the scan area, so I can just scan a rectangle or the full page. Like here, I scan the whole width of the device and height. We use our progress dialog functions to actually show the progress, and then request a scan, yeah. And after the scan finished, we can ask which files we got. So let's just run this and see what's happening.
Oh,
yeah,
there it goes.
The picture. That's it. And you see, we put it in a container and we delete the file. And
Oh, you delete the file out of the path?
the file on the disk, we delete the temporary file.
Got it. Okay.
So you like it's handy to have a function to delete files. And there's another function I could tell you about, which is delete later. Is it delete? I love this one. Delete later. So I got a file. I want to delete it later, but FileMaker maybe quits. I can tell the plugin to delete it later. The plugin will put it on a list. And when FileMaker shuts down, it will delete the file. So I have time to read this file, but it's not left over when the user quits FileMaker. So
got it. That's actually really cool. So that we can access it later, but when you close FileMaker, presumably you don't need it anymore. So
yeah, and sometimes you have things like some other thing keeps the file open for some minutes. You don't know how long. Okay. So we have now scanning on Mac. Any questions?
I thought I saw something somewhere. Hold on, let me double check. Oh, someone wanted to ask about the camera thing, but I figured I'd ask you that when you're done with all the scanner. The connect to camera option that you had with the same image capture stuff. So,
yeah. Let's see. Image capture. No, go bottom. Import images from camera with macros with FileMaker. There's a blog article.
mhm.
Like I made this on a trip to a conference in Berlin, so you see the street here. The thing is, you can connect to a camera, you can ask the camera to take a picture, and you can import the pictures on the SD card. So you just need to do some things. You need to open the device again. You can call the request take picture function. You need to enable tethering, so you actually get the connection. Then you can also get a script trigger when the user made a picture. And so that's something we used for a client where they tethered the DSLR camera, like in Canon, Nikon, whatever.
Mhm.
And just go and take a picture of a product, and we get notified by script that a new picture arrived, so we can download this picture and make a record for it and show it. So the user press the button, and when they go to the computer, the picture is there.
That's cool. It's extremely cool.
And you see here, this is a metadata you get depending on your camera, of course, like pixel size and what camera it was used. Yeah, I made this 4 years ago.
This is extremely cool. Yeah, no, people are agreeing that's extremely cool.
So now I like to try to switch to Windows.
Yes, for our many Windows.
Yeah, let's see. I have no idea if it works. I installed here. How do I get to
Like
share
if
the
it's live
screen?
bug testing.
Yeah, this is live on Windows. So you see the Windows screen, yeah.
Yep, I
So
see it.
I had to go back to using an older Windows box here because I needed to get this absent driver installed on Windows, which was a nightmare. This printer companies make it hard to find this driver.
Yes.
They have drivers for 10-year-old printers, no problem. I don't even know how old my printer is, but you have to find the driver, and then you get a list of maybe 10 downloads. I don't know which one I need. I need the one which includes the driver for the Windows image acquisition thing. So that's so I installed here our recent FileMaker version, but you could do the same in 18 if you want.
I haven't seen that 18 icon in a while.
Yeah, and I installed here the new one, but here my icons didn't get updated. I don't know why. But I can open the via scan example. I can click initialize. Hey, I got OK. I can use the selecting thing. And here we got an absence scanner. I click OK. Yeah, you saw it makes it. There's a device ID and a username. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more text here. OK. So we ask with the plugin a lot of details about the scanner here. We just got some driver here. And why did I download the driver software when I get a standard Microsoft driver? But I don't know. So you can see all the details about the scanner, especially that it has a name and some IDs. So the next thing is there's an image dialog. There it is. Yeah, I can. Photo, okay.
Huh.
Oh, there's photo in German and photo in English. Which setting is better? You don't know. Okay. Make a preview. So this dialog, again, like on a Mac, it's something you show the user. The user can make whatever they like from it. And later we will ask in the script what we got from the scanner. And yeah, that's a flyer from us. So let's say scan. So this again, you can just have a button next to your container field in FileMaker and say scan from scanner, and then you could automatically show this dialog. and the user would make a scan, and you would get it in a container.
Nice. Since we're staring at this
So,
sideways, can you show how to do the auto rotate?
oh, all right, let me see. There's a dialog. Now that was something, background photo, color. Hey, this dialog doesn't have a rotate thing. So, well, there's no rotate option here.
Got it.
We could, of course, use plugin functions to rotate. I mean, well, that's something we showed several times already.
Yes, no, absolutely. We know how to do that. I was just curious. Okay, cool.
So, this could don't look as nice here on this Windows box as on Mac, but you may see that we call here the via initialize function again.
Mm-hmm.
You only activate this plugin part if you call initialize once. Then the plugin will do a few setup things, like starting to look for devices. This is showing the dialog box, so it's via select device dialog, and we can ask it for things like here scanner. And look up in the documentation. I think there was some more options in the documentation. Let me. So you can ask. Yeah, you can also ask for digital camera. So this might also do something for cameras. Then we pick something and we store it. We store it in a variable probably and put it. Call the script here to list the parameters. So the list properties here will. So we go through and ask for device properties and then just show all the properties. When we pick the device, this pops open all the time. So yeah, we just pick one by using set current device function. Again, I think you can pass the name or the ID. And the image dialog is here creating a temporary folder for our scans, and then called the image dialog with default options and yeah, the path where to put the scans. And if you look in the documentation on the via, you would see the what options you can pass. Yeah, but it's available. Oh, I find all my typos today. No, there's no real options because they are vendor specific, and I don't know what options Epson has.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we have scan with dialog here, where we call the via scan function and pass on either flatbed. Oh, and here, take a look. There is
There's the
commented
rotation.
outline. Yeah, so looks like so rotate 180 degree. Okay. So let's just try. I have no idea whether this works for my scanner, but this is live and things don't work always. Yeah, save.
Hmm?
Scanning. And no, rotation didn't work.
Yeah.
Well,
We
you never know. We have plugin functions to rotate. Okay,
there are tons of
flatbed.
options
Yeah.
for that. Yes.
So the same thing would be to scan with dialog here. Feeder could be set. So I had a printer where this worked, but okay, you never know. So this is scanning. Oh, this is just scanning without the focus bar dialog. So this is scanning without a dialog and without a progress bar. The image dialog function was to scan with the dialog for the user. Yeah. And the feeder, again, with dialog or without dialog, you would just put a stack of papers on your feeder and it would automatically pull a paper, scan it, and then pull the next paper. And this is really handy to get maybe 10 pages of a contract scanned and get a lot of pictures.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So maybe you can take a look at the options. Let me switch back to my Mac. So we can go here with the options. So device properties. So you can set a few options like scan all pages. So options can have names as well as IDs. Some options are printer vendor specific, some are generic from Microsoft. Like to learn properties you may need. So there's here a documentation page from Microsoft, which defines a ton of things. Like contrast is an option which would be go from -1000 to +1000.
Got it.
Yeah.
And MBS supports all the options. You just have to know.
Yeah, technically we just pass them through.
Got it.
And then there are some things only working on newer Windows version, like here Vista and newer. Yeah, but that should be a problem. Okay. So some options here we found for customers, like here device handling document option is one where you put in which device you like. So there's a 1 for the feeder, the 4 for duplex. So you put in 5. And for the scanner, it would, with a duplex and a feeder, it would then do both pages. Then we have options for the flatbed unit, like here, horizontal resolution 300. So the rotation thing, which works for some drivers here. The intent, which tells the scanner what you want to have, color gray. And here, yeah, document handling, select, so what you want it to do. Like there are flags you pass to the scanner. Like if you do duplex, you could decide, okay, the front page comes first as a picture and then the back side, or you only want the front side or only the back side, you know. And you can read about all these options there. So feeder blank pages, yeah, blank page removal is a nice thing, where it can automatically discard empty pages. It's a nice feature if you just scan a stack of papers and some have some text on the backside and some don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's actually.
And then if you want to change the file format, you need to know which internal UID is used by Microsoft for the file format, and this one is the ID for JPEG.
Got it. So we had a question related. Can we have scanned to PDF? I assume you just need to know what the PDF ID is for Microsoft in order for you to do that.
No, if you want to do PDF on Windows, you would go with our DynaPDF functions. So this is the example file, and there is this little picture to PDF script, which well, let me show the script. So all the DynaPDF scan, yeah. So all the code is here as HTML on our website. So tools like ChatGPT have something to learn on, you know. You need to script the web and learn how to write a FileMaker script. And if you need to copy it, please open the files and find the script and then copy the lines here directly to your solution so you don't have to type it all. And this goes and starts a new PDF script. So this starts DynaPDF and sets some things. So once you started a new document, it says this picture thing where we define a few settings: JPEG quality 90%, compress as JPEG, save new image format is disabled. So if possible, DynaPDF will just pass through whatever file it is. So if you have JPEGs already, they can be copied one-to-one into the PDF file, unmodified. But otherwise, if it's different image format, make it recompressed, so 300 dpi resolution as maximum and 90% JPEG quality. So if you send in maybe a PNG and PNG can't go directly into the PDF, so it gets compressed as a JPEG. And we don't want transparency colors. So this is an old feature. When you didn't have alpha channels, you needed to define which color is the transparent one. So you could say you have a picture and white is transparent, but we don't want this for our scans. Then we loop here through the image files. And there's an optional thing here in the middle, which opens the picture with our graphics magic functions, and then calculates the ever picture image to identify white pages. So if your driver doesn't use this blank page removal, we do it on our own. So a page with here 99.99% white is a white page. Maybe has a little dust on it. And then we put it, we tell DynaPDF to make just a new page with this image file, and that's it. Oh yeah, you have to, on the end, you save the PDF. But this is making a PDF with DynaPDF on Windows.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
On Mac, yeah, image capture, I think we have something for PDF here.
I thought I saw one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I made a PDF function. So you get all those images, and then I made a convenience function to just stuff them all together as a PDF file.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Hopefully that answers your question, David. So.
Do we have any more questions?
Yes, but not necessarily related to the scanning. So if you have any more scanning stuff, then I would show that first before I ask the questions. So. But if we have finished showcasing the scanning, then I have some questions for you.
What else do people want to do? So yeah, the next thing, let's see, we have a document scanner for iOS. So if you use iOS and you like to scan documents there, you could use this function, these functions here.
That's interesting.
There's a screenshot.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is where you know the camera is on the iPhone, and you see it makes it detects automatically papers because they are rectangles, and then you say, okay, take a picture, and then it will take the picture and rectify it and store it. You can have several pages if you want, so you can go through 10 papers and just scan each page, and then when you click the final save button, you get script triggered in FileMaker, and there you can store the file. And
that's cool, actually. I didn't even know that was an option.
So we have page count to ask for how many pages we have, and then we can get all the pages as a picture. Yeah. And then you can make a PDF or whatever you like. But this is only with the FileMaker iOS SDK. Some people went to Claris to ask if they could get it built into FileMaker Go, which I don't think happened. So for now, you need to use the plugin.
There you go. So I have a question earlier about the camera thing. Someone asked, okay, there's two camera questions. About the camera function you were showing earlier with the image capture. Could you, if you had a camera on a drone, apparently, would that work if you were taking pictures from FileMaker?
Would be a long cable. The usual thing with a drone would be to check out how the drone works. Usually, the drone would stream the picture. So let's stream the live picture. Maybe you could show that in a web viewer and then use our web viewer screenshot function to get a screenshot. Or the drone has a API, so you could talk with a socket to the drone and ask it for picture, web service, whatever. this image capture functionality here on Mac is the image capture thing is the functionality Apple provides. So if you go on your Mac, you can launch the image capture application, and you can actually go there and test if the scanner works in the image capture application, and if it works there, it probably also works in the plugin. Like I always see people asking me which scanner to use. I say just go in your whatever Best Buy shop and then look what scanners they have on display, and maybe they have a Mac there, and you can run the image capture app and see which scanners show up, and so you know which ones are compatible with your Mac. The same is on Windows. There are applications like, I think, let's see, Paint. And in Paint, there is also the menu command to launch a scan window where you can scan with the device, and you can just look which scanners show up in Paint application on Windows, and then you know which scanners to buy, because they need this driver for Windows image acquisition.
Well, good to know. Didn't know that trick. Code to go. Have you tried the camera/photo functions with an iPhone acting as the system camera?
No, that's a webcam. If you use the iPhone as a camera, this would give you a webcam. And we have our AV recorder functions to... That's a good question. So, update list. So, all the thing I have. So, I have external microphone. I have the iPhone microphone. I have FaceTime camera, my iPhone camera, yeah. So, there is a camera showing here with my iPhone on. It's live, you know. Set video device. 0, no, not 0. Let's put in the name and see what happens. I don't know. Let's unlock the iPhone. Set video device, my iPhone camera, start preview. Oh yeah.
That's cool.
That's here. Take a look. There you are. I didn't know that works. Okay, so it's like it's funny. Let's see. So you can use the iPhone. I should write a blog post. Yeah.
You should. That's actually insanely cool that you could just have that happening in FileMaker.
Okay. So, do we have more questions?
Completely unrelated question, which I'm going to fling at you because someone was asking this. Can I get my containers to all export to a zip file, like multiple containers into one zip file? I think I've seen you do that before.
Yeah, you can do that. You may ask how. We have archive functions. So with archive, you would use our archive create function. It creates an archive on disk or in memory. So you can put in a file, there's another typo, into a native file path. So native file path, so it goes to a file, or you can put in a file name for a container. And then you loop over your records and you call the add container function, which takes data directly from a container and puts it into the zip archive. Yeah, like this example here. Just create a zip archive on the desktop. And then we loop over the records and just add all the containers. And if you don't put in a file name, we just take the file name from the container field.
There you go. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah.
Cool.
Any other questions?
Dog, something about if it connect to Python, we're in business. I don't quite understand what you mean by that.
If you want to use Python and FileMaker, you can use our shell functions. And if you need a tighter integration, we could discuss about adding Python functions to the plugin. If that's something people want.
That might actually be fun. I don't know. I personally don't know a lot about Python, but
It's just
Python and
another
FileMaker.
programming language.
Yeah. I know it's in a language, but beyond that, my knowledge is very limited. Python and FileMaker would be a good episode. Well, I'll write that down to the list of things that we can ask Christian to come.
Yeah, the question is what people want to do. Usually they have maybe a script, the existing Python script they want to run. Like here, machine learning, usually. Like with FileMaker, you could maybe export your image file to a temporary folder. Then you could launch the Python script to go over the image file and give you back some data you want to know.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
So
You'd have to explain what you want exactly, Stoic. Someone also thought that the camera directly attaching to the database that you showed.
yeah, this was amazing.
Very
here.
cool.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
that was
just
really
showed up.
And it's just there. Hey, you should definitely write a blog post about that.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So you see, it doesn't show up in the list. I have 5 cameras. Now I go and unlock my iPhone, and it showed up a second ago.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah.
FaceTime HD.
Not sure what do I need to do. I don't know. So I now have 5 and so I don't know which condition.
Well, it's saying FaceTime HD camera, so.
Yeah, but I wanted to find the
iPhone
the
specifically.
microphone, the iPhone one. It showed up a second ago. I don't know what I have to do on the iPhone to do this, but it did show up.
No, we saw it.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, but no, it doesn't. So
Okay.
I have no idea.
That might be worth poking around a bit to see exactly.
Let's see. The iPhone is locked.
Only acknowledge if it's locked?
No,
No?
I don't know how Apple does it, but sure, they will have some idea about it. But it just worked a second ago.
Yeah,
So
we saw it. There is
you may
video
want to look at
recorded
details.
evidence.
You may want to look at details on Apple's documentation about this feature and when to enable it and when it doesn't enable it.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, but I'm curious to see when this list updates and shows devices, shows new devices. Okay.
Cool. I think we're good. I don't see any other questions. People
Yeah,
are
FaceTime ID. So I have here FaceTime HD camera.
Yeah,
Which camera is that?
The iPhone, but I don't know why it changed its name.
It's let's use here my iPhone camera. The FaceTime HD camera is probably the built-in one to the Mac. So start preview. Yeah.
Okay,
This is the
got
other
it.
one. Hey. Hey. Now I don't know where to look. Okay, let's see. So and the other script, I don't know what's the condition, but
There's something that has to be met.
yeah, I don't know what thing is. And yeah.
Well,
okay.
It works sometimes. So hunt around and
Yeah, it's like if you use this, this continuity camera thing is of course also a nice thing to show. Let's go this. So Mac only continuity. So this is the example. We have the iPhone. Well, in my hand is just going and so smile. That takes a picture with the phone. And then this picture gets transferred to the Mac, and oh, this is not the nicest one.
It's fine.
um,
It works out.
but you can have your Mac scan something, or let me scan a document. So let's scan maybe here this. Will do it. Scan my mouse pad here. It doesn't look right, but so you can use
Oh,
just made a picture. So yeah,
there you go.
you
That
can use
that remains insanely
so
cool.
the picture scanning is not working. I don't even have a paper for this. If we don't have any more questions, I think
I think we're
we
good.
are at the end of the time.
Thank you very much, Christian. This is awesome. People are universally agreeing this is very awesome. Thank you again. I'll run the closing music. And we're good. See you all tomorrow, people.